Hi, this is Ashley with Tall Drink of Yoga, and I thought that it might be useful for you if we talked through pushing up from the ground and back into downward facing dog, and the different ways to do that and how to do it to keep your body safe, your low back safe, and all that jazz. So we're all the way on the ground. We've already done our low cobra or high cobra, and now we need to push up and back to downward facing dog. So we press into the knees, press into the hands, our shoulders are engaged, our core is engaged. On a big inhale breath, we press up and then lift our hips back to downward facing dog. So something I want you to notice when I pressed up is that when I pressed up, my goal is to keep my thighs and my torso moving at the same time so that I don't keep my legs on the ground when I press up and don't crunch into my low back. One of the issues that I see most often is that people, when they press up, they leave their legs on the ground and then they bring their legs up, their thighs up. So that's usually like this. And then the hips come back. And then they press back to downward facing dog. But the goal is to move the thighs and the torso, the femur bones and the torso at the same time. So one more time. You can press up to plank, or you could press up to tabletop position, but again, the thighs and the torso are moving at the same time. And if that is accessible to you and you want to move it on up to the next level, which is pushing up into full plank pose. So our toesies are tucked. We tuck our toesies. We press into our hands, we engage through the shoulders, engage through the thighs. Take a big inhale breath here. Exhale it out. On your next inhale breath, inhale. Press up and back to downward facing dog. That was so graceful. I'm a lady. All right, I'm gonna move through a sun salutation because that was a lot of time on my wrists, and I am a human, not a robot machine. So really quick, maybe it'll be useful if I go through the sun salutation two different ways, one with my knees down, and then I'll follow that with my knees up. Feel free to follow along and join me if you would like, or you can just absorb the information. Okay, and starting at standing, on your next inhale breath, we'll inhale both arms, reach all the way up. Maybe you look up and see your hands touch. As you exhale, slight bend to the knees, folding over the hips, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Moving those blocks to the side if they aren't already, planting the hands just above and outside of the feet, stepping the feet back. Plank pose with the knees down. Take a big inhale breath here, coming slightly forward. Exhale breath, elbows alongside rib cage all the way down. Untucking the toes, pressing into the tops of the feet, engaging through the legs. Shoulders back and down. Little to no weight in the hands. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, lower down. Awesome. So maybe you tuck the toes here, keeping the knees down, but still engaging through the core, engaging through the thighs. Press into the hands. Inhale, press up. And exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Big inhale breath. Big exhale. One more inhale breath here, maybe up to the tippy toes. Exhale, slight bend to the knees. Maybe look up towards the top of the mat and step up to the top of the space, or maybe your hands come to meet your feet, meeting in forward fold. Slight bend to the knees and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Torso comes parallel to the earth. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, push into the feet, lower the hips. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hands release. Now we'll go through the sun salutation, which is the combination of movements that I just did. And we'll do this sun salutation, but this time we'll do it in full plank pose with the knees up. On your next inhale breath, inhale, arms all the way up. Maybe look up and see your hands touch. Exhale, slight bend to the knees, folding over the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Moving those blocks to the side if they aren't already. Planting the hands just above and outside of the feet. Stepping the hand feet all the way back. Coming into your plank pose. One long line from the heels all the way up to the crown of the head. The core is engaged. The back of the body is engaged. Take an inhale breath, coming slightly forward. Exhale, elbows alongside rib cage all the way down. Untucking the toes, hands alongside rib cage, elbows point up, shoulders back and down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, lower down. I like to wiggle my hips out for just a moment. Release some of the pressure. When you're ready, inhale, low cobra. Exhale, lower down. Awesome. Coming up into full plank. From here, we tuck our toes under. We engage through the legs, through the thighs. Our hips reach down. And do the hips reach down or do they reach up? What's happening? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Engaging through the core, which means my rib cage is drawing in. My belly button is drawing towards my navel. My shoulders are backing down. I'm pressing into my hands on my neck and on my next on my next inhale breath. I take a big inhale breath as I press up through full plank. Roar! And back to downward facing dog. Big inhale breath right here. Let it go out of the mouth. Inhale up to the tippy toes. Exhale, slight bend to the knees, look up towards the top of the space. And up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And forward fold. Press into those feet C's. Bend the knees, lower the hips. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Big inhale breath here. Exhale, hands release. I like a little shake out. I'll invite you to take a moment to just feel the mat under your feet. Perhaps finding a cold spot on the mat, feeling the temperature there. Feeling the texture of whatever is under your feet and how the temperature changes the longer your feet stay in that same spot. Big inhale breath here. Exhale. All right, that wasn't so bad. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you take your practice off your mat and into the world. And be kind. Be awesome. Go get them. Okay.